Stop stressing, start budgeting, your first step to financial freedom. Alright, so let's talk about something that keeps a lot of people up at night. Money. That feeling when you check your bank account and it's not quite what you expected, or when bills are due and you're scrambling. It's stressful, right? I've been there, and trust me, it's not a fun place to be. The good news is, there's a way out, a way to take control, and it starts with something surprisingly simple, yet incredibly powerful: budgeting. It's not about restricting yourself, it's about understanding your money so you can make it work for. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Budgeting sounds boring, complicated, or maybe even a little bit scary. But here's the deal. Not having a budget is way scarier in the long run. Think of a budget as your financial roadmap. Without it, you're just driving blind, hoping you end up somewhere good. With a budget, you're in the driver's seat, making conscious decisions about where your money goes and, ultimately, where your life is headed. It's the foundation for hitting your financial goals, whether that's saving for a down payment, getting out of debt, or just having less stress each month. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to create a simple, effective monthly budget, even if you're a complete beginner. We're going to go step by step, no confusing jargon, just practical advice you can start using today. My goal here is to show you that budgeting isn't a chore, it's a tool for empowerment. By the end of this, you'll have a clear plan to master your money and start building the financial future you deserve. So grab a coffee, maybe a notepad, and let's get into it. Uncovering your cash, the real deal on tracking every penny of income. Before knowing where your money goes, you need to know how much is coming in. Many people don't have a precise handle on their total monthly income, especially if it varies. Track every dollar that flows into your possession. This includes your main paycheck and all other sources. Look at your pay stubs. Focus on the net amount. If your pay fluctuates, use an average or the lowest amount. Include side hustles, freelance work, and passive income. Track everything accurately. Add up all sources to get your total monthly income. This is the amount you have to work with for the month. Be honest and thorough in your tracking. Where does it all go? Nailing down every single one of your expenses. Now that you know your income, let's dive into your expenses. Track everything from big bills to small purchases. Start by dividing expenses into fixed and variable categories. Fixed expenses are consistent, like rent or car payments. Variable expenses fluctuate, like groceries and entertainment. Review your statements and categorize each expense. Track spending for a month to catch all expenses. This helps identify where your money really goes. Chapter 3. Okay, so you've diligently tracked your income and you've meticulously listed out all your expenses. Now comes a really critical part of the budgeting process: distinguishing between your needs and your wants. This step is all about prioritization and making conscious choices. It's where you start to gain real control over your financial destiny, because understanding this difference allows you to allocate your resources effectively. Let's define these terms clearly. Needs are your essential expenses, the things you absolutely must have to live and function. These typically include things like housing, rent or mortgage, basic utilities, water, electricity, heat, essential food, groceries, not restaurant meals, transportation to work or school, essential clothing, and healthcare. These are the non-negotiables that keep your life running. Wants, on the other hand, are things that are nice to have but aren't strictly necessary for survival or basic functioning. This category can include things like dining out, entertainment, movies, concerts, streaming services beyond basic ones, vacations, hobbies, designer clothing, the latest gadgets, gym memberships, if basic exercise can be done for free, and daily fancy coffees. These are the expenses that add enjoyment and comfort but could be reduced or eliminated if necessary. Now I know what you're thinking. Some things can feel like a bit of a gray area, right? Is your internet a need or a want? If you work from home, it's probably a need. If it's purely for entertainment, it leans more towards a want, or at least the high-speed premium package might be. Is a car a need? If you live in an area with no public transport and need it for work, yes. If you live downtown with great transit, maybe it's more of a want. Context matters. The key here is to be brutally honest with yourself. Go through that big list of expenses you created in the last chapter, item by item. For each one, ask yourself, is this absolutely essential for my survival and basic well-being, or is this something I could live without, or find a cheaper alternative for? This isn't about depriving yourself, it's about understanding the true nature of your spending. As you categorize each expense, you might start seeing patterns. Perhaps a significant portion of your variable spending falls into the wants category. This is very common and it's not inherently bad. The goal isn't to eliminate all wants from your life, that would be miserable. The goal is to identify where your money is going so you can make informed decisions if you need to free up cash for savings or debt repayment. Chapter 4. Alright, so you know your income, you know your expenses, and you've bravely waded through the needs versus wants. Now we get to the exciting part, the part that's all about building your future setting savings goals. This isn't just about stashing away a few bucks here and there, it's about being intentional with your money to achieve specific, meaningful objectives. And let me tell you, having clear savings goals is a game changer for motivation. First off, why is saving so important? It might seem obvious, but it's worth repeating. Savings provide a financial safety net for emergencies, think job loss, unexpected medical bills, or urgent car repairs. This is your emergency fund, and it's crucial. Beyond that, savings are the vehicle to achieve your bigger life goals. A down payment on a house, a new car, further education, starting a business, a dream vacation, or a comfortable retirement. Without savings, these goals remain distant dreams. So, how do you set realistic savings goals? Start by thinking about what you want to achieve, both short-term, within a year, and long-term, a year or more. Short-term goals might include building that emergency fund, typically 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses, saving for a holiday, or a specific large purchase like a new appliance. Long-term goals are often bigger, like saving for retirement or a house deposit. Once you have some goals in mind, make them SMART. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Instead of saying, I want to save more money, a SMART goal would be, I want to save $3,000 for an emergency fund, specific, measurable, by saving $250 per month for the next 12 months. Achievable, time-bound. So I can feel financially secure, relevant. This clarity makes it much easier to work towards. Now look back at your income and your categorized expenses, especially the needs part. The difference between your income and your essential needs expenses is the amount you potentially have available for wants and savings. This is where the tough decisions might come in. To reach your savings goals, you might need to reduce spending in your wants category. This is why categorizing was so important. A common guideline, often called the 50/30/20 rule, suggests allocating 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. This is just a guideline, not a strict rule. Your personal situation might require adjustments. If you have high-interest debt, you might allocate more to debt repayment. If you're saving for a big short-term goal, your savings percentage might be higher. The key is to find a balance that works for you. The most effective way to ensure you hit your savings goals is to pay yourself first. This means that as soon as you get paid, before you pay any other bills, except perhaps essential fixed ones like rent, you transfer your predetermined savings amount into a separate savings account. Automate this transfer if you can. Chapter 5. Alright, we've covered a lot of ground: tracking income, listing expenses, differentiating needs from wants, and setting savings goals. Now you might be thinking, Trevor, this sounds like a lot of work to manage manually. And you're right, it can be. But here's the good news. We live in an age where technology can make this whole process significantly easier. Let's talk about budgeting tools and apps. There are tons of options out there, ranging from simple spreadsheets to sophisticated apps that connect directly to your bank accounts. The best tool for you really depends on your personal preferences, your tech savviness, and how detailed you want to get. The goal is to find something that simplifies the process and helps you stay consistent, not something that adds more complexity to your life. So don't feel pressured to use the fanciest app if a simple spreadsheet works for you. Let's start with the classic spreadsheets. Programs like Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets are incredibly versatile. You can create your own custom budget template, track your income and expenses, categorize everything, and even create charts to visualize your spending. There are also countless free budget templates available online that you can download and adapt. The beauty of a spreadsheet is its flexibility and control. You build it exactly how you want it. Then we have dedicated budgeting apps. Many of these are designed to be very user-friendly and can automate a lot of the tracking. Popular apps like Mint, YNAB, You Need a Budget, Personal Capital, or Pocket Guard often allow you to link your bank accounts and credit cards. When you make a transaction, the app automatically imports it and often categorizes it for you. though you should always double-check the categorization. This can save a massive amount of time. These apps usually come with a host of features. They can help you see all your finances in one place, track your spending against your budget in real time, send you alerts if you're overspending in a category, help you set and track savings goals, and even monitor your credit score. Some, like YNAB, have a specific methodology built in, focusing on giving every dollar a job, which many people find incredibly effective for gaining control. When choosing an app, consider a few things. Is it free or does it have a subscription fee? And there you have it, a complete beginner's guide to creating a monthly budget that actually works. We've walked through tracking your income, detailing all your expenses, understanding the crucial difference between needs and wants, setting powerful savings goals, and even explored some tools to make the whole process easier. It might seem like a lot, but by breaking it down step by step, I hope you see that mastering your money is totally within your reach. Remember, a budget isn't about restriction, it's about empowerment and giving you control over your financial future. The key now is to take action. Don't just watch this video and forget about it. Start today. Grab that notepad, open that spreadsheet, or download an app and begin putting these principles into practice. It won't be perfect from day one, and that's okay. Budgeting is a skill that gets better with practice. The most important thing is to start, stay consistent, and be kind to yourself along the way. You're building a foundation for long-term financial well-being, and that's something to be proud of. If you found this video helpful and want more tips and tricks on how to manage your money, save more, invest wisely, and build wealth, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. We're all about making personal finance accessible and actionable around here. And as always, we've got some chill, royalty-free background music playing to keep the vibes good while you plan your financial success. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.